This is not my opinion. This is fact. This is fact I warned about. I warned Susie personally about it several times, and as a result, lost a channel, YouTube. I suggest you reinstate Angry Catfish, and I would make extreme movements to amend what I've done, because you're liable for human loss of life through censorship.
Last 3 years here in the U.S. saw a sudden shift in dictatorial control from those in power, pushing our country ever closer to communist-style control and censorship of speech. Truth and facts? They hardly mattered in the age of COVID-19. Instead, citizens who dared to question the narrative were crushed under the Stalinist boot of social media, news networks, and their government masters.
I was Senator Jim Davis's top advisor. My record stands for itself. The only unanimous decision in North Carolina history. And my second and only other legislative act was taken at a 42-2 and forced federal legalization of hemp and CBD from a state project. I was told this was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew the parameters of the virus and the vaccine. I had given what I was told and struck for it. And it turned out to be absolutely true. I want to see YouTube sued the fuck out of existence at this point. And I am going to join in on some of these class action suits that are coming at you. You have had numerous chances to reinstate my fucking channel, and you have had numerous chances to stop what you were doing a long time before you cost lots of human lives and suffering through your censorship bullshit.
That, my friends, is going to be the topic of our show today. And so, from Trial Site News, I am Adrian, and our episode is starting right now.
Stanford University needs to be sued out of existence.
So, in an attempt to counter misinformation, one such entity which played a role in crushing free speech, in the name of fighting so-called vaccine hesitancy, was the Virality Project, a sweeping cross-platform effort to monitor billions of social media posts by Stanford University, federal agencies, and other often state-funded NGOs. The stated mission of the group reads as follows. The Virality Project is a coalition of research entities focused on supporting real-time information exchange between the research community, public health officials, government agencies, civil society organizations, and social media platforms. Our objective is to detect, analyze, and respond to incidents of COVID-19 vaccine disinformation across online ecosystems, and ultimately mitigate the impact of narratives which would otherwise undermine the public's confidence in the safety of these processes in the United States. Now, this project led by Stanford University describes itself in terms that seem to be a near confession to conspiracy. Note the government agencies are included in the real-time information and exchange. Then add the fact that many...
So are social medias. And this is testimony coming out of court hearings that are suing the shit out of people. I suggest you put YouTube on the list. Oh, it already is. I'm going to join in. Thanks for not doing anything right. I want your jacuzzi.
NGOs and social media firms have financial ties to the U.S. government. And mix in the First Amendment's prohibition of restrictions on lawful speech, and what do we get? Yet another...
A violation of the First Amendment. A heinous violation costing human lives and suffering.
Leap forward towards denying American citizens our fundamental rights. This is a dark step of infringement of American freedom by the COVID-19 regime. In their announcement of the project, Virality noted that anti-vaccine disinformation will pose significant challenge to the rollout.
You're being rolled over in mass media right now, YouTube. Reinstate my goddamn channel. There's 800 fucking videos that need to be back on your fucking platform today. Or I'm going to join in these class action suits and help sue the fuck out of you.
And public adoption of COVID-19 vaccines in the United States. The anti-vaccine movement has well-developed online networks and expertise in leveraging social channels to spread its messages. These networked activism efforts have linked longtime anti-vaccine activists, health and wellness influencers, those who object to vaccination requirements as government overreach, and politically driven communities who have actively amplified COVID and other conspiracies. The movement is experienced, well-funded, and able to generate in the streets action. It has already begun to expend significant efforts to enter the mainstream conversation and erode confidence in COVID-19 vaccines. Spend significant efforts to enter the mainstream conversation and erode confidence in COVID-19 vaccines. Given that this project ended up censoring many facts that turned out to be true, this conflation of anything that does not fit with an official narrative as misinformation or fringe conspiracy theories.
It makes you culpable. You censored facts that were true. That is likened to murder. What were you fucking thinking?